So my name is Lynn. I am a rising senior in high school, and this is my reflection on my time here at the MHL. So first off, this was more of an exploratory internship for me. Obviously, I'm not in college. I'm not declared in the NA&ME department. So it was really for me to kind of have an introduction and experience in naval architecture and marine engineering. And it's also one of my first working experiences, coming to work and doing work throughout the day, not just like a side job. And it was really helpful for me to learn more about engineering and to like have a firsthand experience of what I'm expected to do in the engineering field. With that being said, I learned a lot of practical skills. Before I came into the internship, I did not know what CAD stood for. Excuse me. But now I consider myself an intermediate in SolidWorks and Rhino. And I feel like I've learned a lot with how to model things and design things so that it looks nice and is also practical to build. I've also had a lot of experience with hand tools, power tools, drills, sanders. I've been GIM certified in a lot of these things. And also machinery that we have around the MHL. So laser cutters, the crane, using rigging and lifting, and also fabrication and deconstruction around the MHL as well. We've built a lot of tables, a lot of rolling things. We deconstructed the flow loop, which was one of our biggest projects that we started, I think in May or early June. I had a corner upgrade project, and I'm currently creating walls for the lab classroom and other miscellaneous tasks here and there. And there's a lot of soft skills I've built and developed around MHL as well. Logical thinking, designing a functional item, making sure it actually works on paper and when you actually build it, problem solving, what's going wrong, how can I fix it, design thinking, does this make sense to build this way, and also fabricating what you designed. And also organization, repurposing items, making sure the flow of the workspace makes sense. If I do this, is it feasible to do this over there? And also cultivating the logical thinking that's going around. And a third soft skill that I learned is the engineering approach, being on multiple projects at the same time, working with other people who are also on multiple projects at the same time. Time management was also a big thing for me, learning how I can finish one task while also doing another task at the same time. Yeah. And then at the start of this internship, when we applied, we had this C-Rise, I don't know what to call it, C-Rise, I don't know. And I learned a lot, and I feel like I've accomplished a lot of the tasks in the C-Rise. So C-Rise stands for Culture, Research, Improvement, Support, and Education for the MHL. Research and improvement, I feel like I've definitely helped improve the labs with all of the updates that we're doing, building the walls, building the corner upgrades, the shorty booster over here. And research, I'm on the project team to help with the drop rig model. And we've also helped clean up the physical modeling basin, as many of the interns before me said, supporting the MHL with daily tasks, maintaining the workspace and workflow, and also education, helping with the C-Perch videos, which, as Ben said, was for high school students to learn more about naval architecture. And lastly was teamwork and culture. I feel like we have a strong culture here at the MHL between all the interns and also between the staff and the interns. You can see a lot of these pictures we're smiling in or we're doing work together. And I feel like that was a really big part of this internship, was having the culture around us. And that's it. Are there any questions?
How did you handle coming from a high school background into a predominantly workplace setting where you're surrounded by college peers. They're near peers, but they're still at a different, slightly different level than what you're accustomed to.
So
Please repeat your question so that way they.
yeah, the question was, how did I handle transitioning from college to a working environment with peers that are older than me? Am I correct?
Yes.
Well, I didn't necessarily have the normal high school experience. If you don't know, I'm a dual enrolled high school student at EMU in Ypsilanti. So I already kind of had experience working with college students, being in like group projects with them and academics. And I feel like being able to come to this internship and work with everyone basically daily has been really helpful for me to build up confidence and also, I guess, assert myself and make sure like, hey, I want to do this project. Hey, I think this is really important to do, things like that. And I feel like the transition between my high school experience, which is kind of different than most, the transition between that and coming to work is a lot easier than if you were to be like just in a high school class and coming to work.
Do you think you're going to declare names?
I think that's definitely something I'm interested in, yeah.
And we'll give you the last soft pitch. What was your favorite project?
Oh, probably fabricating the lab classroom walls. I'm not done with it yet, but it is like one of the projects that gave me the most hands-on time, and also design thinking, like, how can I build this in a way that makes sense? All right.